Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. Now, certainly everybody is very aware of the fact that the Bilderberg meeting is taking place in Virginia. Now, we just had the infamous G8 summit secretly held at Camp David and the NATO summit held in Chicago. Now, there's a great deal of controversy and heated debate about the Bilderberg group and just how much influence that they have on the furtherance of a globalist agenda, a collectivist ideology, a one world government sort of thing. Now, I have to ask you a few things, okay? First of all, if you are the Bilderberg member and you're a secret controller of the entire fucking world, would you meet in a place that is known to people and then just come in and go about your business with all of these various people standing outside with ridiculous bullhorns and walking up and down the street, creating a nuisance and drawing attention and everything of this nature? That's number one. Number two, if you were in fact controlling the entire universe and the world and deciding on the fate of countries and coming up with a globalist scenario for world government and the new world order and all this other nonsense, okay? Would you give a shit if there were people outside with bullhorns and people gathered yelling ridiculous nonsense like, "Go home, traitors, we're not going to have you," like certain Texas radio personalities do? Would you care? Would it make any fucking difference? And when you went into this place, would you be spouting totally nonsensical things such as, "Oh, I wish Ron Paul was dead. I wish a terrorist plane would take him and all of his followers and crash it into a fucking mountain"? Would you really say that? Would you even care that there was a fucking Ron Paul? If you had all of the power and all of the ability to make all of this one world government nonsense real, would you care that anybody was doing something as inconsequential as having a bullhorn outside or shouting Ron Paul nonsense outside of your fucking meeting? Either way, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Now, the G8 met at Camp David. No one could get in there. No one could fucking protest. No one could see what was fucking going on. So what's more important to you? Alright? Oh, I'll grant you, the Bilderbergers may be more influential in the broader scheme of things than the G8 finance leaders and all of their banking buddies. Okay? And they may in fact be making some kind of super secret world government fucking meeting. Although I doubt it. That could be true. But it brings it back to the very basic point. If that is your agenda and you're going about it in a public way and you are allowing these protesters to sit outside, do you give a shit what these fucking people are saying? And the answer to that is fucking no. You're not going to change their position by standing outside with your ridiculous fucking bullhorns. And they're certainly not going to be inside scratching their heads and being in befuddlement over some inconsequential candidate for office who, even if he did get into office, would be serving their fucking interests in the first place. Because let us not forget that a chairman of a fucking steering committee of the Bilderberg group has put millions of dollars into a super-pac supporting Ron Paul. So this is all ludicrousness. Now, my position has always been that there is absolutely no need, and it is counterproductive for the powers that be to force a one world government type system. All right? I'm against that, just so you know that, okay? I'm anti-globalist. I'm anti-collectivist. I'm anti-one world government. I'm anti all of that stuff. I'm for our nation state, for other nation states, living in their own systems, happy with their own systems, with their own governments, with their own economic systems, and everybody lives happily wherever they are. And if you want to have some kind of treaties or whatever for mutual defense, that's something to be worked out. But as far as one world government, here's the thing, folks, and I've been saying this for years. The New World Order is already here. The fucking fight is over. Doofuses, can you fucking get a goddamn clue? You're still here talking about the fucking New World Order and how you're fighting it and how you're going to bring it down. Fuck you, you fucking stupid assholes. It's over. Finished. Kaput. Done. The fight is over. Finished. There is nothing you're going to do to affect it because the fight is done. You lost. It's over. The economic intertanglement of all of the nations of the world, the associated free trade agreements, the international banking system, and everything else that goes along with that in the economic realm is the New World Order, you stupid fucking idiots. There is no need for a political union or a political one world system. It simply is not necessary. In fact, it's counterproductive because they would have to go through a great deal of problems in order to implement it. It serves their purposes much better to control everything through the economic realm, which is already done and in place, period. End of fucking discussion. And you can all run around with your stupid bullhorns and everything else and talk about, we're going to end the New World Order. Fuck you, you fucking idiot. You're talking about ending a political union that's never going to happen. Now, if I'm shown to be wrong down the road, I'll gladly admit it, and I'll get out there with you to try and prevent this insidious one-world government that everybody is so worried about. But I think the fight is over. It's long been over. It's long been over. The integration of the entire world banking system makes this fight done. So going down to chant in front of Bilderberg and have this ridiculous nonsense about them being oh so worried about Ron Paul and how terrible it is that him and his people have all of this, supposed grassroots support and it's against them and all this other nonsense. It's utter lunacy and a complete fucking fabrication. I'm sure those people inside that meeting are laughing their fucking asses off that you have some fucking fat jackass like Alex Jones out there with his ridiculous entourage bullhorning and talking about all of the insidious Bilderbergers and there's secret stuff, but we're winning, we're coming against the New World Order. God, are you a stupid fucking asshole? They're in there laughing their asses off. Oh, they actually, they're spreading that story about us being worried about Ron Paul. Look at the idiots down there with their bullhorns. Even if they are deciding the fate of humanity, like you said, they don't give a shit about you down there, and you're not exposing a fucking thing. It's all a part of the fucking charade, and it just goes to show you that it's not within the mainstream alone. Now the alternative media, including all these big name people like Alex Jones, are completely controlled and complete tools of the fucking establishment. Whether it's witting or unwitting is totally irrelevant. Supposedly Alex Jones has sources inside, secret sources inside the Bilderbergs. Yeah, secret sources inside the Bilderbergers. Well, what do you think they're telling him? Do you think they're telling him anything that does not fit within his fucking program fucking bullshit? And his ridiculous charades and antics? I don't think so. So once again, if Bilderberg is so powerful, why not meet in secret? And if in fact they're actually deciding your fate and the fate of the world government, do they give a shit if there are people outside chanting nonsense and pointing at them? People need to grow up. I just don't see a world government coming, a political union. I just don't see the need for it. It's not necessary. In fact, a great deal of energy and time and everything else would be wasted in trying to implement such a plan when you already have a complete integration of the entire world through finance. And in fact, if you look at Europe, you can see this at work. Because where you have Greece, which has Syriza, which I completely support, because they say, fuck the fucking banks. We're not paying your fucking blood money, you fucking blood-sucking leeches. Okay? And they're fighting for their lives in an election over there. Now, who knows? Maybe it's all controlled and whatever, okay? And the end result is already planned. I don't care. Okay, I support them because they seem to be genuinely interested in the Greek people, and they say fuck the banks. And I say fuck the banks because fucking the banks is the way to fuck the New World Order system, because the fucking banks are the new fucking world order. And I don't hear anybody on the supposed alternative media circuit talking about this at all. Attacking the fucking finance system, which is the fucking New World Order, which is fucking in control now, and the battle is fucking over. So I look at Greece and I see, what is the European Union doing? They are contemplating bypassing national governments by giving the power to the European Central Bank to give money directly to banks within governments going around their governmental authority. In other words, they're going to say, we're going to keep your banks afloat and say, fuck you governments. And that way, they're going to use pressure and blackmail to try to bring those governments into line. And they're attacking Ireland, they're attacking Spain in the same kind of way. Okay? Now this is a way to show you where the power really lies. The economic interests within the European Union are trying to bypass the governments, the elected representatives of the people. And if they in fact do that, and if they then put the stranglehold on European banks, or on European governments like Syriza and the government of Greece, then what you will have is a complete and open expression of this new world order that everybody's so fucking worried about coming down the pike at some world in the future. It's been here for years. The fight's over. Now, if you want to talk about dismantling it, you better get your motherfucking head out of your fucking ass and realize that the only way you're going to turn back the clock in any fashion whatsoever to have any kind of national government here or anywhere in the world is to attack the motherfucking financial system. Yeah, there's a little bit of breadcrumbs out there about attacking the Federal Reserve, but you know what? There's nothing being talked about nationalizing the Federal Reserve, about taking it over, about retaking the printing of our own money. There's only lip service paid to any of these alternative ideologies. So, let's talk about the New World Order, but realize that the New World Order is in power. It is the international finance system. It already won its battle. But it lets all of these games be played in the system so that everybody can be, foisted a big fucking sham scenario that there is still something to fight. A political union that's never going to come. So you need to watch Greece. You need to watch what happens there. Because if they're able to recapitalize the banks in Greece by bypassing the Greek government will sit there and languish while the banks are made whole and can continue to prey upon the Greek government. And then you'll see where the power really lies, for sure, once and for all. And that should end that debate on the whole New World Order bullshit. So really ask yourself some questions about Bilderberg. Really do. Because there are things there that you really need to examine in order to try to understand what the fuck is really going on. Thank you. Good day.